Everyone to Chicago by Night, Ashes to Ashes. We're in part 4, and we are in the chapter known as To the Breaking Point, which I'm sure is completely nice, and it's just, what's gonna break? Surely not the characters, right? This show is rated R for adult content. People might do horrifying things to mortals, kill them and stove them in a
Yeah, if
trunk.
you don't like death and violence, fuck off.
Okay.
There
We'll
we
rat them out
have
to the
it.
IRS.
I am Mikael Hellstrom. I'm your friendly storyteller for tonight, and I'm going to be happy to traumatize a bunch of characters in different ways. And with us we have... Who wants to start?
Oh, me. Yeah, Hi, I'm Dominic. Usually I play Sylvester the Malkavian, but today I'm gonna be playing Natasha.
Also, we're going to jump between them, but yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm Duende, and I will be playing both Tony Hernandez, the Bruja gangster, and Julian, best character in the game.
Clearly, yes. Yes.
And soulless accountant. Forgot to mention that.
Soulless account. Yeah, no, he has a lot of soul. He loves his accounts.
I'm Roger. I'm playing Goldtooth Charlie, former gangster, and Derek, the princess pilot.
Indeed.
I'm Endwigan. I'm going to be playing a mix of Kate Peretti and Rourke Loden, who is sick of Derek's shit already.
Rourke is the ghoul of Loden.
Look,
It looks like a last name.
Roger,
in the,
just
the
think of
character
something
sheet.
I would do and then do it.
For Rogers. Clearly, yes. That's how it's gonna be. Alright. I guess we're going to the Windy City. It's not quite dark outside yet. It's late afternoon in the groovy year of 1969. The Democratic Convention is 1 year past. Everybody's familiar with your local American modern history, yes?
No, I'm usually, with modern politics, but I forgot what this was.
And I'm Australian.
Literally the only American in this group is El Duende, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The rest of you are vile Canucks or soulless Europeans or...
You gotta be up to date with a little bit of American politics, because otherwise...
Yeah, considering we are basically the main
you're terrifying
characters.
the world.
That's
Yeah.
main character energy, is that what we're saying?
Yeah, real big main character energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah,
main
we-
antagonist.
Yeah, if
Depends
we
on how
can't
you-
have the world, we'll take it with us as we go down.
Really just depends on who wins this election.
We all lose.
Anyway.
Just depends on how hard we lose.
Anyway, as I was saying, it's 1969. Last year, apparently there are presidential elections in the United States of America, which
Wow, really?
nobody
I thought
outside
these
the
were,
US is aware of.
Up.
And in 1968, the Democratic Party held its nomination convention during the summer in Chicago. And what happened during that particular event, when politicians were nominated for president, was major riots and police violence broadcast across the entire country, with protesters, lots of hippies obviously, it's 68 after all, beaten bloody by police officers on horseback and with nightsticks and the whole 9 yards. Behind the scenes, I think Natasha might have been a bit busy, because during the night when these riots were going on, anarchs took full advantage. Or was it the elders who took full advantage? They say that the streets, there were ashes blowing down the streets in the morning, apparently, from the many anarchs destroyed by the prince's security forces. Natasha may or may not have been involved in that. But it's peace now in Chicago. Everything is cool. Everything is fine. Nobody needs to worry about that anymore. And you are, quite simply, at ease in the Windy City this afternoon. We are up in the Prince's Haven, which is almost at the top of Sears Towers. Everybody,
Cool.
It used to be called Sears Towers. I think they've changed the name on that particular skyscraper now. But it's behind me on the picture here.
Is that one of the Chicago buildings that looks to have horns?
Yes, very much. Not featured in this background picture because you're actually standing inside it, obviously. But yes, it does. It's the tallest building in Chicago. So you're at like floor 107 out of 110. And yeah, I'm wondering what our friends might be doing in this place at this time. Why don't we have a look at the actual haven in a little bit more detail here. Gonna flip over to that
Oh,
view.
this is a combat map.
Yeah, you're all
Oh,
gonna
no.
die now.
Oh no, this is bad.
Let me explain what this place looks like. Here, right on top of the building, we have ourselves the corridor. So you have a private elevator going all the way up here, very nicely. And then you have an entrance, of course. It's usually locked. There is a lobby here. It's absolutely filled with very nice accoutrements for anyone who wants to. It's a waiting room where you're waiting to be led into the prince or whoever is doing the prince's business during the day when the prince is not awake. And as such, classical art, very nice plushy furniture, statues, paintings. Make yourself comfortable, the highest level of comfort in terms of recliners and so on. Probably smells very nicely with all the freshly potted plants and an amazing view out over the city. Usually guests will be taken this way after that, going through the dining room. Or possibly the prince will come out here, normally, because you don't get to the inner sanctum of this place very often. This room where I've put all your tokens is the game room for the ghouls, really. You have everything here, including pinball machines, chess, card games. You want to play poker. There's gonna be a fridge for beers and other things, dart games, whatever you might want to have fun with when you're not running errands for the prince. Next room what was that?
Assuming that since this is the 60s, the computer room next to us is actually just one computer that's 10 megabytes of
Yes,
memory.
it is. Yes, it is. No computers in the recreation room, because why would you need a computer for recreation? It's 1969. But there are TV screens, because they had such in 1969, because there are cameras strategically placed throughout the building, including downstairs where the elevator goes, and of course upstairs. And I have a feeling Natasha might be hanging out there every once in a while to look at those screens. Certainly when she is not standing next to the prince, being the bodyguard and all. Next, we have the office. Here you have, again, nice recliners, a chess game going on, but not for anyone's consumption. That chess game is, in fact, Lodin's himself. Don't touch during the days. Lots of filing cabinets here, bookshelves, all the prince's affairs. There is, in fact, a desk where a person like Rourke, for example, could sit and do some business during the day, maybe together with Julian, tending to the accounts. The prince has a lot of affairs across the city, after all. Your living quarters come next. You all have very nice living quarters. They're not big, necessarily, but there is enough space here to house all of you. And then there's a library and a fully stocked kitchen, just for you guys, because the prince, as you will know by now, doesn't drink wine. Yeah. Drinks other things, but not wine. So where might we find these different intrepid ghouls during an afternoon of tending to the prince's needs in this plush penthouse at the top of the world.
I could see Julian doing accountant work.
Yeah, sitting by. You don't have a computer yet because it's in fact 1969, so you're doing it all by hand.
Yeah. I'm probably going over union contract negotiations, probably.
That makes sense. Definitely the prince will have something to do with the unions, much to the probably detriment of the unions.
Just the people. The union will stay strong.
Exactly. Fair enough. Just to the detriment of the people. Not the... Yeah, the organization is fine.
The organization will be fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, basically, if you join an American trade union, everybody knows you're just making a donation to the mafia.
Certainly. If you only knew. Where's the prince in all this, you ask? There is a serious door right behind the desk here. We're talking safe vault level security. It's literally a vault door. Opens from inside. It's not going to be easy for anyone to gain entry, and obviously you're all forbidden from gaining entry during the day, as that would be bad for your lord and master. Yeah, we have Rourke dealing with he's calling around to various union contacts, and Julian is working hard on the accounts. What might Derek be doing?
Derek is lounging on a sofa somewhere, looking every inch the Rat Pack Mad Men lounge lizard.
That makes sense. Could be in the library, could be in the office to just tease the people who are actually working, could be in your own room, I don't know.
In the office.
In the office. Do we need a sofa in the recreation room? I think we need a sofa in the recreation room, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. How can I not have a sofa in the recreation room? It's just wrong, I'm telling you!
Blasphemy is what it is.
It is blasphemy.
It's kind of funny. You've got 4 tables with a lot of games on them and no chairs.
Fair. I'll have... There are chairs! That's oversight. I apologize.
Look, they're just like the Emperor's new clothes. You can't see them, but they're there.
Exactly.
Now we sit on the floor, Japanese style.
The Amber would totally do that.
Yeah, Derek's trying to talk Julian into a card counting scheme.
That's awesome. And very Derek. I feel like. There, you have a nice leather couch. No reason to fret. Alright. I think Derek is going to do this together with Amber, who apparently also have nothing to do right now, and sits in Derek's lap.
When you look like Derek, nothing is surprising about this.
I believe you're right. Yeah, that's basically... Alright, let's see how it's going to go here with our friends as they are dealing with the things. Rourke might be trying to talk, as we're saying, with various labor people on the phone. They're not apparently very eager to agree to various demands, but with Charisma 3 and Intimidation 4, I feel like you can talk to them just taking half, right?
Yeah, they'll learn better.
They'll learn better, yeah. Rourke, is he barking at them or just using the soft, smooth type of voice that...
He's using the confident, dangerous voice. He'll save the barking for in person.
Is he organising the Chicago equivalent of the Hard Hat riots?
Possibly.
When a bunch of New York construction workers went and beat up a bunch of anti-war activists. And it became like this image of the hawkish working class who supported the war. but later research revealed that they'd actually been paid to do it and had their jobs threatened if they'd refused.
I have a feeling that Rourke will prod the union leader about how is your kid gonna make it through tuition without this?
Your kid who lives at 123 such and such pool.
And the other voice is gonna be like, yeah, you might be right. I'll see to it. It's not gonna be easy, dang it, but I'll get it down. Gee, just cool your jets a bit, will ya?
It's fine. That can-do attitude is why you're in charge.
Yes, of course it is. I don't want to die. Julian, of course, with intelligence 4 and finance 4. That's an 8 dice in total. You don't have to roll anything for your accounts. This is a classic take half situation where the books are fine as they are. And I think if Derek wants to fool him into get rich quick scheme, or what was it?
Card counting.
Card counting. Okay. Derek is not the most charismatic person in the world. How are we trying to convince him?
What got here?
Manipulation. What? Subterfuge doesn't really exist for you. Words are hard.
Yeah, I guess I'll use streetwise, try and talk him into wanting to be one of the cool kids.
Okay, I like it. Charisma streetwise. You gotta do this, man, because this is cool. Use the word man a lot, because it's 69.
This is gonna be the hippest thing in the next year. Trust me, bro.
Absolutely. 2 successes. Pose your finance to resist.
That makes sense.
Didn't you just take off to resist?
Yeah, you can just take after resist. It's not even.
I don't even have to roll because
Yeah.
I can have 4 successes.
Yeah, Julian is looking
so
up.
I hear what you
deadpan.
say, I think about it for 5 seconds, and I'm just like, no, that's fucking stupid.
And then you give 5 reasons for why it's stupid. And all of them are way too technical for Derek to keep up.
Yeah, I go into a pretty detailed explanation as to why it's fucking stupid.
And with the math, I can bring out the blackboard if you want. I have a
Oh,
blackboard.
absolutely. Get the blackboard.
You see here, and in the end, huh? What is Natasha doing while these yahoos are talking about
I
nonsense?
imagine she's working on probably some boring ass paperwork. Probably not boring to her, but she's doing this while watching a crime show, and just every other second is just like, no, that is not how it's actually done in real life. Kind of just multitasking a little
You
bit.
can't fire 10 bullets with a revolver without reloading.
There's some revol. Nope, I won't do it. I won't do it.
You can't fire 20 bullets.
Alright, that one's, yeah, that one's unrealistic.
Because I think in the 60s it was still the era of the unlimited clip, wasn't it?
I'll say as one I know. No, you can. When someone is knocked unconscious, they get a concussion. You can't just do that to everybody.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to bog this down with my gun nerd.
Keep it contained.
Wise.
You could do it if you want to fill up a hospital's coma ward quickly.
My gun nerdery is my version of the beast.
Must be.
Yeah. It's not a clip. It's not a clip. It's not a clip.
It's not a clip.
It's a cylinder. It's a
Cylinder.
magazine.
Anyway,
Yeah, I guess she's once in a while just glancing towards the door of the other room, just in a while just listening to what the heck is going on in the other room, while she's like trying to focus on her work.
you know what? Amber is totally gonna try to convince Julian to go with the card counting scheme. Just because she can. And she actually has a bit of charisma subterfuge. Ooh, is she gonna be... Oh, yes, let's do it. She can use her powers of awe. Yes. Presence rating to any skill, including persuasion or performance. Oh, she's not doing performance. That's too bad. Anyway.
I mean, she's performing the whether she cares. It's a performance to trick Derek.
3 successes this time. He can still just take half and tell her. So she's like sitting there on Derek's lap and going, oh, but man, don't be such a square. It's groovy. Everybody does this nowadays. And in the right places, you can even score some really awesome pot. Yep, she's the newest among you. She is a hippie. She believes in peace, love, and understanding.
Do you two have anything better to do than harass me?
We're not harassing you, dude. We're just... You need to chill a bit. Here. She's gonna come over and give you her blunt.
I just stare at her for a bit, just like...
Just take a puff or two.
I'm not doing that. Like, I don't even say anything, just like...
You're just sighing. She's just walking back towards Derek and making some faces about how Julian is a total square.
And man, you're so tightly wound, you're probably going to die of a heart attack even though you're functionally immortal.
Yeah. Yeah, you did succeed in riling me up. I'll give you that.
Phone will ring on the desk there, Rourke.
Picks it up. Would I say I'm on behalf of business or residence or?
It's gonna be a business, clearly. What do we call this business? Export, import, something. Yeah.
International exports.
Internet, exactly. And
so generic.
So generic. Exactly.
And wide reach.
You will be able to tell from
export of Chicago.
You have several phones on the desk, by the way. One is going out, and so on and so forth. And there are switchboard telephones in these days, though, so you could have... I guess you could harass Amber to be like the switchboard operator.
Isn't that like a whole building somewhere downtown that does that?
Oh yeah, but I'm thinking about in the office, where, you know, yeah, you have a phone call on line 2, sir. That kind of thing.
I think I may have asked her to do that at some point, and then seen the results and never asked that to happen again.
That might well be the case. That might well be the case. She is... Yeah, so, yeah, the phone rings, and you know from either the lights on the phone or the phone itself that it's coming from downstairs in this very building. The doorman.
Yes. Someone arriving?
Hello, is that Mr. Rourke? Herman here.
Yes, Herman, my number hasn't changed. What do you need?
There's a very large package here in the lobby. It's for delivery to your boss.
That's interesting. Has it been checked?
Yeah. The delivery man here needs their signature for the package, and I would normally just sign for it. It's just such a large package. Maybe someone should check it out.
When you say large, how big?
Big, man. It's, sir, gee, Willie, Herman is probably in his 40s by now. So that means that he's part of the greatest generation. Say 6 foot long and maybe 3 foot wide or something like that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Made of wood?
I don't know, it's wrapped. The box
A box that size is
Yeah,
wrapped.
the box is made of wood, yeah. I don't know what's inside it, obviously.
Yeah, we can get someone. Yeah, we'll get someone to come down and check that for you.
Right,
What does the
excellent.
courier
Thank you
look
so
like?
much. What was that?
What does the courier look like? The regular? You seen
Yeah.
him before?
Yeah, the delivery guy is right here. Harold, that's what his name is.
Fair enough. I'll get someone down to see you.
Excellent, great, yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot, but yeah, saving my bacon here. Don't want to be a bother for your boss.
Of course. We'll be down momentarily.
Herman might know that your boss is a scary fellow.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are we gonna send down there, Mr.
Yeah,
Rourke?
vampirism aside, Loden is a scary dude.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm just gonna ask Julian, were we expecting anything?
Alright, Mikkel,
No.
were we expecting anything? Oh. Then I say, no. No, we weren't.
Yeah.
Strange.
Rogue's gonna call out to Natasha. Anything unusual in the lobby?
You can see in the camera the delivery guy. He stands there in his delivery uniform with his cap on and looks very agitated, and like the feet is going up on the carpet down there. And Herman seems
Technology.
What is the ruckus?
Suspicious delivery.
Vicious. How's
It's 6 foot long and 3 foot wide, and it was delivered by courier.
the courier, huh?
Someone carried this into the lobby? Is that what's implied?
Yep. You can wheel it on one of those, what do you
Yeah.
call it?
Dolly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, strong dolly. That seems like forklift material.
Not quite.
Not quite, but it's pretty big. Definitely does
Okay.
feel like the kind of thing that a second person should probably be around just in case.
Well,
Derek,
Assist.
yeah, Derek and Natasha, it might be best if you guys go down. Also, Amber, since you're so into people, might be a good idea. See if you can get any information out of the courier. May have picked up something.
So who's going?
she's
Natasha?
gonna join downstairs.
Derek,
I'll go. Anything beats sitting up here being bored, says Amber. With those very
Julian
wide
wasn't
eyes.
dismissed, so he's staying.
It's hard to
Despite-
wrap maybe your head around Amber because one-on-one, she's really nice. She's like the nicest of the entire group, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Natasha just glares at Amber. Is just, oh, this new kid is gonna help us.
Or I can have.
I trust
some-
Natasha and Derek to deal. I trust Natasha to deal with Derek, and to Derek to deal with the crate problem, and then
Alright.
Amber to deal with the person problem of the courier.
That's very well. So the
Yeah,
three of
three
you.
out of 5 of the people here have a massive stick in their ass.
Not at all.
And not just because I'll get more work done if 2 of those 3 people leave.
They do have vampire blood in their veins, though. That's a thing.
Yeah, that could be.
They have high-born vampire blood with Loden.
Yes.
Important blood.
Yes, important venture blood. It's amazing.
Yeah, so there's probably. Never mind. I forgot. Doesn't matter.
I will take a look at the paperwork for the package and
Yeah, taking
Check
the
if
elevator
everything is
down
in
all
order.
the 100-some floors down to the lobby, and Derek and Amber is there with you. Herman, the doorman, is standing there, and so is Harold, the delivery guy. And yeah, the box is, in fact, I should say 7 by 3 feet. And let's see.
I'm just going to start watching on the monitor.
Yeah. Just wits and awareness here for Natasha, which you have in spades. You're gonna go, oh, that looks like it's probably a coffin in that package. Because it's very coffin shaped, and I think Derek will also conclude that very quickly.
does anybody have enhanced sensors that could hear if there's a heartbeat in there?
Probably not, because you will be, you will use your Domitor's blood, right? So let's see now. Some of you are a bit older than others, and therefore have a bit more. But I think you all have variations of fortitude, presence, and dominate, depending on who you are.
I've got Defy Bane. What does that do?
That is excellent if you're a vampire. I might
No.
actually switch that one
No,
out because it's an older version.
because
You don't take, so you can convert aggravated damage to superficial damage. Yeah, Derek is a tough cookie. He's actually the one among you who is most up for taking a punch. Probably at least equal to and a bit better than Natasha.
She has a lot of health.
She has a lot of health, yes. But that's just natural resilience, basically, for Natasha. Natasha is a younger ghoul than Derek. Derek has been along... Yeah, Rourke has been along the longest. Amber the shortest. But anyway, yeah, so that's... No, none of you have all specs or such. You'll just have to guess what's inside this thing.
Natasha is gonna ask the... Are the people who delivered the package still around? Like they...
Oh yeah, the Herald is standing there and he's... You know what? God dang it! If this is my last delivery of the day. I just want to get this done and go home. And if you're not gonna be cooperative with me, I'm just gonna take the package back and attempt to deliver it tomorrow instead. Maybe you'll be a little bit more cooperative then.
I just want to see the paperwork, and you shall be on your way.
All right, Grunt, and I guess Amber can try to... She's actually gonna apply her amazing etiquette. Between a charisma of 4 and an etiquette of 4, she will very quickly go up to this man and say, Oh, please, sir, don't be too angry. It was just a mistake somewhere, and then she will bat her eyelashes a bit, possibly show a little bit of cleavage. Everything will be fine, just groovy. Here, let me help you and take care of you. And he's gonna melt immediately because 4 successes is gonna be like, yeah, okay, this young 20-year-old something hippie, she's totally playing up on that. You are looking at the paperwork there, Natasha. There's a deliver label. It has 2 addresses on it. One is the billing address, which is this address, the suite where Loden's Haven is. The other address is at a warehouse at O'Hare International Airport. What is your... Between your wits and investigation, I'm gonna say that you will be able to conclude that, oh, look at that. It's actually, the real delivery address is actually O'Hare International Airport, the warehouse there. It's a mistake. It's not supposed to go here.
I believe this package has been sent wrongly. This is the billing address of the receiver. It should be at the airport's house. You have likely switched it up.
God damn it, no! No, that's not on my route. That's not my fault. That's dispatch. Not on my route. This package has priority delivery. It was shipped via air delivery from Oregon for delivery today. And no, I'm not gonna do that. That's someone else's business, not mine. I'm going home after this. Amber to the rescue.
It's Edna for the people person skills.
She is the one with the people person skills. I don't even know where I'm rolling.
Julian doesn't know why there's yelling in that room, but he's going to.
You can't even hear it. This is like 100 stories down.
Oh.
Yeah, this is down by the lobby. This is
down by the lobby.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay then. Never mind then.
Or maybe it's actually out here in the hallway. That works too with me, you know.
All right. Oh, right.
In which case you can't hear it. So whatever is most fun for the drama, let's do that.
All right. If it was out this hallway, I was gonna say some snarky shit about how I was gonna blame Derek.
That's
yelling.
It's Derek's fault for making up the whole wrong.
Yep,
Yeah.
he said some shit, didn't he?
Amber is gonna
blame Derek.
Maybe Amber is actually gonna give me like, if it's such a hard trip, I can come with you and we'll see to it that it goes to the right place if you want to. Flashing of eyelashes and fluttering of eyelashes.
Does the package label say anything about what's in it? Because usually it's labeled with something.
No, it says storage. Storage equipment.
Derek will whisper to Natasha, maybe we want to get a look at what's in there before we send it on its way.
I don't know, she says. I'm just trying to help out a bit. And then she looks a little bit innocently vacant again, like the babe in the woods. And yeah.
I'm saying this to Natasha, not Amber.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah.
It is federal crime to open someone else's mail.
It's obviously your
this-
boss's mail, judging by the billing address.
So, if anyone should open it, it should be the one that is this delivered to. Unless it is delivered to us as a company, then we cannot open it.
Dilemma. How are we solving this?
You know what? I'm gonna say for no mind. Nope.
Are there weapons in the haven?
Yeah, there will be. All the typical
Am I currently
weapons
wrapped?
that you might need,
with
so
the weapons?
I'm assuming Natasha is for something like that.
Mhm.
Possibly a 1911. A very easily accessible handgun. Could even be because it's the 60s, it could be a snub-nosed 38, for all I know.
Yeah. Or since it's the 60s, it could be the stupidest shit you could ever imagine as a pistol design. Because apparently back then, gunsmiths were smoking 30 pounds of crack per day.
Hmm.
And I
Perhaps
mean
we
that
should
as a
ask.
compliment.
Perhaps we should ask Roark about this.
And just in case if we do take this package in and open it, and just in case there is a vampire in it, which of these rooms have sunlight in them and which don't? Obviously, the central Lodin's bedroom doesn't, but are there any other blackout rooms?
You can black out any of the rooms with very heavy curtains, and yeah, so that can be arranged at any time in any of the rooms. Normally during the days, you tend to keep the windows uncovered because the view over the city is spectacular, but it's really up to you to blacken things out when you need them.
And since it's 6:20 p.m., is the sun even up at this point? Or is that time wrong?
I believe that time is
Or
wrong.
1960, first of all, so yeah, that time is wrong.
That time is wrong, yes. Because that's
wrong.
the main character's storyline where we're at.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, so how about this storyline then? How?
It's late afternoon. Sun will be down in about half an hour or so.
Oh.
In that case, do you actually call in Rourke?
Yeah, Tasha is at least gonna go to you. She's gonna go back in the room. So, this package was originally meant for a storage house, but it has been mistakenly sent to boss's billing address, which is this building.
Something that looks like that's rarely a mistake. Is the courier influenced at all? Can you tell? Do you seem belligerent? Unwilling to change his plans?
Said something about it was at the end of his shift and he was tired.
Seems silly. It's not even.
You can roll a
Not
wits
yet.
and you can roll a wits and insight for judging whether he has been manipulated by horrid powers. Loden is, of course, not the only creature in the world with strong domination powers.
What's an insight?
Also, since this is like the 60s, people don't usually end at 3 p.m. They just kept working.
Yeah,
We'll probably
it's
reroll that
even-
because
Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh.
Slightly better, 3 successes.
3 successes. No signs of like vampire power manipulation on this guy. So either the vampire is really good or he hasn't been influenced.
Or he was bribed.
Or he was bribed. That's possible too.
Mundane influence
But he's
is
not
hard to
exactly.
spot.
Yeah, that's very hard to spot. He's not doing the double take that sometimes can happen with domination, where he's just repeating a sentence because he's been instructed to say exactly this when meeting people. So none of that.
In that case, we can set up the lounge room.
I noticed
Somewhere
if he
secure-
like,
so-
sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah?
would I know if he actually looks tired? With that insight?
Yeah, he does look tired. Rings on the. For all you know, he might have been working since 6 this morning, and since dawn.
Stick a fork in him. He's done.
Like hashtag Amazon delivery truck driver, but in the 60s. He has three plastic bottles of pee in his right next to the wheel because he can't take any breaks. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I think I'm done being out of the drama. So I'm gonna ask, excuse me, Rourke, mind if I join you in the lobby?
Sure. But this might be a good idea to bring it up to the guest entrance. I'm guessing that's the one with this one?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
You don't mind
Yep.
if I join you there, boss, do you?
Yeah. We'll
Are
get
you gonna
everyone to bring
take
it up
possession
here.
of it after all and bring it up here?
Yeah, we'll take possession of it, bring it up to the guest one. We will keep the curtains open so there is actually light, sunlight coming in, just in case.
Alright, so we're all in here then.
Apparently. Amber's. This is scary. You think it's another one of them?
Yeah. And also, since I'm unhealthy, I'm gonna take a seat here. I'm fat. I don't want to stand up while I do this. I'm getting comfy while I do important shit.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, he's going to make sure he's opening a face, like he's opening it in a way that one of the faces is going to be like facing this direction. So
Yeah.
there's light going to be going across the entrance of the box, but there's not going to be light going in the
Not
box.
directly, yeah.
Just in case.
You're unwrapping it first, I take it. And
So is it a crate or is it wrapped?
oh,
it's
it's gonna
weird
be a
to
crate.
wrap a
Yeah,
crate.
it's gonna be a crate. It's gonna be a crate. Yeah, sorry, not wrap.
Yeah.
But
It's quite
you're gonna
difficult
need
to wrap
to
a
have
crate,
some,
it just
some
breaks.
crowbars and whatnot. I have a feeling Natasha can help out because
I suppose some crates are wrapped in plastic wrap sometimes.
yeah, exactly.
Just in modern day, I don't know about the 19s though.
Wait a minute, what if this is all a misdirection? That it's shaped like a coffin, so we just think there's somebody in there? Or what if it's just full of explosives?
We have no way to check that.
Would you prefer we opened it in the lobby then?
If it really was full of explosives and went off in the lobby, there's a chance it could take the building down.
There are
We'd go
two
anyway.
forms of paranoia in this world: total and insufficient. I like where you're going with this.
I'll check it. I've got 3 technology. I'll just see if there's anything before we start crowbarring it open. I'll just check to see if there's any suspicious wires or anything else that should give us pause.
But you
Well-
hear a ticking.
Or here, yeah, exactly. Wits and technology. Do you want to roll for it, or are you just going to take half? Because it's going to be an opposed
Yeah,
roll,
take
and it
half.
depends on how many successes the others have, right? But taking half, you get 3 successes, and you see nothing alarming. No signs of any wires. No signs of any obvious booby traps. No signs of any ticking inside. Of course, a booby trap can be something that is triggered by like a pressure plate or the release of a pressure plate. So if you open it up, it goes kaboom. But from the outside, you can't really determine. No. In fact, Derek is probably the one who should be opening it if you want to be sure of limited damage to anyone close, because he can take a punch. Again, he can transform aggravated damage to superficial. So
Yeah. I make sure
Yeah.
to actually stay behind Derek as he opens the thing.
Makes
Use him as
sense.
cover.
Yeah, so we'll open it in one corner of the room, probably the one
Amber will also
probably
be
like
behind
probably
Derek.
like this corner of the room
Yeah.
because we don't want to blow up the. We want to get it as far away from the boss's stuff. So
Right.
So probably around this corner.
Something
Because-
close to the window, just in case we need to throw him out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
True. Okay, then that does make sense.
By the way, I advise you at some point to Google Chicago by Night First Edition and look at the cover page, apropos out the window, because. Anyway,
Also,
yeah.
before we do the, we should also have for any weapons to hand, because if this is a vampire, it'll still be asleep because the sun's up. But if it's a ghoul on a suicide mission, it may attack immediately.
Fair. So
I guess I
shotguns
would-
Oh,
and
yeah. Huh.
pistols
Out the window. Is it the one with the thunder strikes too?
Huh?
I'm looking at an image of Chicago by Night.
Oh
Edition.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Natasha
Yeah,
is gonna be in the other room, just like
Revolver at the
carrying-
ready.
Yeah.
There's probably a shotgun available and such like. Heck,
Rock would
I'm
probably have
sure
a
there's going to
shotgun.
be. It's 1969, so the M16 is freshly available. It's state of the art.
Yeah, you could totally get your hands on that.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll take cover. That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah. There's a ton of guns and everything.
Oh.
As
Julian will take one too, just in case. He's not gonna be good with it, but still, I feel like Julian would be the kind of guy who'd grab one.
Amber, maybe it might be best if you watch the cameras, just
Go and
so
do
we've
that.
got someone keeping watch.
Yep, she's watching the cameras. Yes, sir, she says. She actually says sir to you, Rourke. Sir.
Full of shit.
And does she do that thing that sergeants do, where they put the tiny but devastating pause between the words yes and sir?
No, she doesn't. She has actual respect for Rourke. How dare she?
And not just because he's telling her to get out of the immediate danger zone.
Not at all, no. But she's probably gonna be leaning out a little bit, just open the door and swivel on the chair back and forth because she wants to look at the cameras and what's happening here at the same time. Which might not be the best for surveillance, but she can't help
So it has both doors open, like these doors.
it. Yep.
That's amazing. I love that. That's perfect.
So, Derek, you think it's clean?
So Julian's gonna get behind this chair.
Just in case. Blast radius. Alright. Derek breaks open first the actual wooden box. The nails come out and no explosion yet. Inside you will find a box. It's a box in a box, but this box looks much nicer than the wooden box. It's
This is going to be a Russian doll. It's just going to keep going down and down until there's just something tiny in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's in the absolute center. There's like a thing of C4,
no,
and
exactly.
that's
Boom.
the actual bomb.
It's a very long box, of course, slightly shorter than the outside packaging, made out of nice, dark cedar tree or something like that. It smells very nicely. Very polished. It's like blank. It's not an actual coffin as such. It's just a box in the shape of a coffin. Like in the same dimensions of a coffin, I should say. But it doesn't have the whole like little widening by the shoulders and smaller by the head or anything like that. So
It's casket.
maybe we can describe it as a casket. Yeah, why not?
If it's lined on the inside, and maybe
You'll have to open it up to find out, won't you? Unrelated image, exactly. We put it here, right? Because that's where we're opening things.
We're opening it over here, just so it's away from the
Fair
boss's
enough.
room, just in case it wasn't explosive.
It's not explosive
The
yet.
Russian nesting doll C4.
Are we opening the lid as well?
Yeah, we'll just shade it so if it is a vampire in there, it won't get damaged.
All right.
Unless it gets out.
Unless it gets out. Opening it is easy enough. It opens, it has hinges on one side, it opens, and inside, very nice lining, very comfortable on all sides. There is a hatch on the inside, so you can actually lock it from the inside. This looks like a very nice and comfortable place for a vampire who wants to sleep during the day.
Or a goth.
Or a goth, yeah. But goths in the 60s are not very big. It's not
Look,
the 80s.
This thing is very cool in 30 years' time.
Oh yes,
They will be
absolutely.
after Sylvester starts the movement.
The original.
Absolutely. So there it is. Unpackaged. By this time, since you took so much time to actually prepare, I'm gonna say that the sun has gone down, but there was no vampire inside. In this case, it didn't matter.
Let's just make sure of that.
For sure.
I want to check
Just,
it for a false bottom.
Or was that
I'll
a
check
false
if there's an
bottom?
invisible vampire just laying in there still.
If they, oh, Nosferatu with lots of obfuscate? Yeah, no. Patting it down properly, nothing. No false bottom either.
So just empty coffins.
Yep.
Does it have a maker's mark or anything that's distinctive or not?
Yes, it does. Some kind of carpenter in Oregon.
Alright, Derek, I'm surprised you haven't done it yet.
What is it?
Just lay in the coffin.
Yeah, that's what I would do in this situation.
I was
Come
taking it
on.
out this time, but I'm not playing that type of character.
No, that's what I'm saying. If I were playing Derek, I'd do that.
Is this a, I don't know, a sign that Rourke's seen before? Like you
Probably
send
not, no.
yeah, like you send your enemy something like this as like a warning or a threat or I know situation.
No. To you, it speaks
It's not
more
really a
of...
threat when they're already a vampire. It's just like
It
sending
could
a
be
living
even
person
more
a
of a
bed.
threat.
Yeah, it seems more like a travel arrangement to you.
Fair enough. Maybe Loden's getting ready to travel. He wanted this.
Possible.
It was being sent to the airport warehouse, wasn't it?
Yep. O'Hare International.
I don't know why. Look, Julian doesn't think this, but what I'm thinking is Loden's gonna get stuffed in there eventually. I don't know why. I feel like it's a Chekhov. I feel like it's a Chekhov gun now.
Chekhov's box, please.
A Chekhov coffin, casket.
That works.
I presume this is our boss's new bed and or travel bed.
Gate, yeah.
Yes. It was being sent to the O'Hare Airport, its warehouse, so either he or one of his friends or allies might have use of this.
We'll confirm with Rourke when he awakens.
You will hear
Lodin?
Amber go. Amber will
Well,
go.
I guess
Did
now
it
that the
blow up
situation is
yet?
still, I say, Derek.
No, everything
saw
has blown
slowly.
up. Stay there.
Derek, I know what you're thinking. Don't.
Don't.
I was just thinking, why haven't we seen one of these before? Why isn't there already one of these here? If we have to evacuate Lodin because the building's on fire or something, and since his vault locks from the inside, how are we actually supposed to move him in an emergency?
Many good questions there. Yeah,
Maybe Loden realized that it got one now.
maybe.
Maybe that's why it was delivered here.
That could well be the case.
I suggest we close up the coffin and don't touch it anymore, lest we make our boss mad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Everyone back to work. Or
Yep.
whatever you guys were doing before.
And I guess I put the M16 or whatever I grabbed up where it was before.
Yep. Stowing away the weapons. It is
Probably
dark by
after-
now.
And with how low my firearm skill is, it's probably after accidentally flagging free people too.
That's fair. It is dark by now. Loden should be waking up at any time. And
I guess I'll quickly just try to go through the camera feeds to see if anything unusual happened while we were dealing with this.
Nope, not really. Everything seems fine. Amber's, yeah, no problem at all, boss. Everything is good here.
Seems unlikely, but I'll believe you.
And so it is that the Great Vault is in fact unlocked. And out steps the prince himself. Rourke, he says.
We give the proper etiquette. I don't know if that's a bow
Well,
or a
it's-
debrief or...
Yeah, generally speaking, you will, I guess, nod
Julian was
deeply.
probably around.
Mr. Rourke.
My lord? My lord? We had a package delivery. It seems to be a mistake, but it was a coffin. It's been swept by Derek. Doesn't seem to have any explosives or other dangerous materials, but it's an unusual delivery.
Ah,
it
yes.
something that you
Please
ordered?
gather everyone here, please.
Yep. Rook just goes around and gathers everyone.
Yep. Julian was probably already doing paperwork here and then gave his proper etiquette, all that. So, don't have to gather me up. I'll just
Very well.
put down our paperwork and wait.
We are going to leave for a trip soon, and that package is going to be my sleeping arrangement. Derek, you will make a flight plan for London. I'll give you the dates later. I am not to be disturbed by any kindred like me tonight. I have some business to attend to by my desk in the vault, and that will take my time tonight. For everyone else, be at ease and rest up before the trip, please. Yes.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes, my lord.
Also, have this mistake with the box sorted out and get it to the warehouse properly, please.
Of course.
Yes, I shall contact the delivery company and get it sorted.
Very good, Natasha.
Do
Thank
we
you.
have our own vehicles? Could we drive it over ourselves?
Absolutely, you do. You have a van, a proper stretch limo, obviously, probably a Rolls Royce. Though I don't think you want to put it in the Rolls. And I think you have some other vehicles too, like Mercedes or whatever. Things for looking even cooler. Loden will step back into the vault and work. He has a bunch of papers and binders and whatnot that he works with in there. He's gonna let you do your things. I guess Julian, he's gonna actually summon Julian to have a chat about some accounts and go over the numbers. And
Yep, my favorite thing.
your
I love
favorite
them.
thing.
Hell yeah.
Yes. And needless to say, numbers much better than your master does. He will get lost in them much quicker than you do. So you feel useful, in other words.
Hell yeah. Doing what I love and feeling useful to my boss who is great and awesome. Hell yeah.
That's the greatness, exactly. Who is gonna take the shipment away from here?
Yes, Natasha and Rourke. Since Derek is going to be having to set up some travel.
Yeah, Loden will also mention, we do not speak of this trip to anyone, understand? It is our
Of
little
course.
secret. Yeah, Rourke and Natasha will leave with the parcel and go to the warehouse, which leaves Derek and Amber. Derek is probably sitting and doing flight plan work, because that's something that you actually have to do.
Yes, and
I
Derek
guess
being...
with a private jet of this era, it's probably you can't go across the Atlantic on one tank. Probably it's probably like to Newfoundland to Iceland and then to London.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And also making sure that there's onboard cigarettes.
Yes, absolutely. We can't have things without onboard cigarettes. That would be just
Yeah, for context, flying across the Earth today takes like 12 hours in the regular planes. There's that quite long trip.
Yeah.
9/11 ruined everything for us cancer lovers.
Chicago to London today would probably be an 8-hour trip, I think.
Hmm.
It's 6 hours between London and New York, if I recall correctly. It's not super long.
Yeah, I visited Chicago once. I had to fly to Istanbul, and from
What?
Istanbul to Chicago. So there was that.
That's
it's
a bit
weird.
nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Typically Frankfurt or London Heathrow are the two. Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, it's usually either London or Istanbul as a layover.
Yeah, so I guess Rourke and Natasha will just about be back from your trip. It's going to take you like an hour and a half, something like that. By now, it's going to be 9 in the evening, and Julian is starting to feel a bit tired, probably. You're done with the account. You're done with Loden. You can take a rest. You're allowed to take the rest of the evening off. Derek is getting ready with his flight plan as well. Amber is probably going to be in the recreation room. I don't know where.
I'll probably try and eke out just one final bit of paperwork in my room before passing out.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Thinking that Tasha is gonna just go straight to bed and call the delivery company up as soon as their phone lines are open early in the morning.
You've already delivered the box to the warehouse.
Mhm.
So. But there's going to be someone by the door outside. Oh yes, he's getting a visitor tonight.
No, he's not. He said no visitors.
Yeah, he said no visitors. And you're gonna hear... Yeah. A solid knock, basically. Let me in, god damn it!
We recognize it?
Oh yeah, it's one of Loden's eyes.
Let him in.
Finally! I stood all out there for a full goddamn minute. There's no way to treat a person of my dignity.
Of course.
I
What
need
do
to
you
see
need
him
tonight?
right away.
His instructions were no vampire interruptions,
Yep.
to be clear.
Yep.
But he didn't mention mortals.
No, this guy is not immortal.
Oh, this guy is a vampire.
Oh yes.
Okay.
And just one
At which
technical
point-
question. With us being ghouls, how much sleep do we need? Do we need a full 8 hours, or can we get by on 4 because we've got supercharged
No, you
blood?
need the same sleep dose basically. Many
is probably-
ghouls will go sleep deprived.
The prince is having no visitors tonight.
Like hell he ain't.
Are you overriding his decision?
This here is important.
Is it more important than his will?
Listen here. God damn it. I really need to speak to the prince right away. He is
you
gonna try
explain-
to intimidate you.
Okay.
I would argue that Rourke would
If you don't
definitely
let me in right away, you're gonna hear about it from me when I finally get to speak to him. He's gonna be very upset with you. You understand?
I feel like the idea of disobeying Loden directly, though, is a lot scarier to Rourke.
Yeah. What am I rolling to? Is this in composure intimidation?
You can use composure. You can use
Resolve?
yeah, composure intimidation works, I guess. Like you know about the tricks that people can use. I'm actually gonna add 3 extra dice as he is using his daunting powers. That gives
I
one more
also
success.
have that. Should I add that?
That is only to intimidate. Yeah, okay, why not? You can use that, absolutely. So that gives you another die for your composure and intimidation, which is a
it
lot.
Presence? Is
Yeah,
it-
your presence number of
Yeah.
dice. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of dice for you.
Yeah.
6 he had 5 and you have 6. He takes a point of superficial willpower damage as you just stand up to him right away.
I counter his awe with my awe. My daunt with his daunt.
Exactly. God damn it! Ugh. You make
If
myself.
you leave a message, I will take it to him, but he is having no visitors tonight.
He's backing down, but you will notice that he is so angry. And he is known for having a temper, let's just say. Let's see now. He has been publicly humiliated.
I've been privately humiliated right now.
Yeah, not
he feels like he has been insulted by an inferior. That's what he feels like.
That's fair. That's very fair, yeah.
Unfortunately,
You are cool, level low.
unfortunately, he is of Clan Bruja.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Okay, rip to
So-
Rourke.
Rip Rourke. He gets subtract. Okay, that's -3 dice then because of his bane severity. So he's gonna try to resist this with -3 dice, and he needs 2 successes. He's definitely blunt surging this because he knows how bad it is to maul Rourke of all people. He's been around. Rourke has been around for a while. The sheriff knows that this is like the boss ghoul, and you don't hurt the boss ghoul because it's bad policy.
Especially when you know he is explicitly following the boss's instructions.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
no.
1 success. He just needs 1 more. Willpower reroll, folks. Whew.
Okay.
That was close. Yeah, he's standing there and just absolutely just holding on to his temper and goes like,
I will take your message immediately to give it to me.
God damn it. If you have to do it the hard way, I suppose we have to do it the hard way. I have on very good intelligence that crazy goddamn Alcadian bitch has done an unauthorized embrace, just like her crazy kind not to ask for permission.
Understood. Do you have any witnesses? Do you have the embraced?
No, I ain't got the embraced. This is
Do you
word
know
of
where she is
mouth.
currently?
It's some kid of hers. He looks like a kid as far as I know. But he's like fully adult. She didn't impress like an actual kid. He just looks like one.
Of course.
That's what I hear anyway, out on the streets.
So you don't have any first-hand information?
I haven't spoken to her myself. Those
Or have you spoken to anyone who has seen the person?
I have, yeah. Other Malkavians. The family says.
And You believe them?
Yes. I don't think they have a reason. If it's a prank, it's one hell of a good bad taste, ain't it?
Understood. If you wait here, I will take the information to Loden, and then if he chooses to, he will come and speak with you.
Very well. I can live with that. He grumbles a bit.
Make yourself comfortable, and then I leave to go and
Appreciate it.
inform
And he's
Loden.
going to actually touch his hat, his Stetson.
How rude, wearing a hat indoors.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Very rude.
Oh my god.
How dare he?
What an absolute curmudgeon.
Yep.
I say after talking to Louis on screen.
American faux pas is not have indoors.
Rourke, you're going to have a word with Loden, I take it?
Yeah, I will pass on the information.
Yeah. When
What little there is.
When you come to his vault, he'll be like, "Up, quiet, please. Moment." And
I will wait.
Takes you about 5 minutes or so while Mr. Balthasar is out there and seething, but yeah, he'll. What is the matter? I said I did not want any disturbances, Mr. Rourke.
Apologies. The sheriff made it quite clear he would be unwilling to leave or leave this to another time, so I have taken a message from him. He says, and I quote, "The bitch, I believe Malkavian, has embraced a new vampire in your territory."
Very good. You have a good judgment to let me know. I will speak to Mr. Balthasar. Get him to the library for me, please.
Of course. And I will go out and just say, "Mr. Balthasar, he'll see you in the library." And I lead into the library.
I have to say, I love the contrast between me, the ultimate curmudgeon, and Dommy, who always has the best trip in the entire group.
I'm just for the occasion. I did actually dress a little bit for the occasion.
No, but it's every
You look
session,
great.
even when you don't try that hard. It's like endless
Mm.
drip.
Listen, I'm a cosplayer. I have just random shit in my closet that I want to use at all times.
That
I
explains
am-
everything.
Vampires
So
and vampire games would bring out the best outfits.
Yes, they do. There's no lie
Look,
detected.
maybe I'm going for that homeless Malkavian look.
You'll be excused, obviously, Rourke, and
Yep, I will leave them alone.
Yeah. You're probably not trying to overhear the conversation, but you will
Yeah.
hear Balthasar shout a couple of times. How can you allow her or anyone to get away with that? My lord, sire, everyone knows that you of all princes are most severe on this count. And eventually,
Slow as a brick.
eventually, Balthasar is storming out again, mumbling under his breath. He says, "Shows are nothing." And that is an excellent time for us to pause this story for a moment as we take a break. And we will be back in 5 minutes with continued action from Chicago.
Alright then, dog again. I have the dog.
We're back from the break. Yay. And we're back in 1991, where a group of neonates are stumbling out from Daly's restaurant after having been given a talking to by a certain Mr. Ballard. And you're not alone.
We gave as good as we got.
Yeah, you did give quite good. You did get quite good. And of course, Mr. Neely came by and softened Ballard right in front of you. I guess he got humiliated in front of his inferiors, which is bad.
Basically, any ending where Ballard didn't go full Mr. Creosote would be a win.
And but you're not alone as you're going outside, because with you is a certain Mr. Balthasar and his assistant, who's apparently goes by the name of Kyle.
Oh, I already hate him.
And yeah, Mr. Balthasar, he has his sheriff star and his Stetson hat band, and like, yeah, let's go now, neonates. Let's not keep the elders waiting, shall we? And you're heading out towards the limo again.
Do you have the bolo tie as well?
He is going to replace the regular tie with a bolo tie, yes. Absolutely. The moment he can. As you are all filing into the limo together with Mr. Balthasar and his assistant Kyle, he's gonna kind of smile at Kyle and go, how long do you reckon these neonates will last before they're put out to the sun by the elders? What do you think, Kyle? 2 nights? Don't answer that. And he's just gonna look over all of you. Back in my day, we used to hang people like you. Ha! From the highest tree around. Those were the good old days.
Charlie raises one eyebrow.
That does seem... Was that directed at Charlie?
No, it was directed at all of you.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't a racist thing.
You don't know. It could still be a racist thing.
It was mostly a bully thing, probably?
Okay.
Equal opportunity bully here.
Okay, then.
It was ageism.
Yes, absolutely ageism.
Alright, then. We can tolerate ageism. We should kill all young people. Anyway.
Of course.
They don't do that anymore, do they? You gotta get with the times.
Yeah, it's terrible. I haven't seen a good tarring and feathering in many a decade. Should respect tradition more. That's what I say.
Of course. We have to respect the elders.
Exactly.
Yeah, we should
Have to
probably do
respect
that.
the elders. So maybe you should just give up where his location right now, and it saves you a lot of time, don't it?
I think it's though we don't. Even with my power of the sight, I probably wouldn't know.
Do you honestly believe that we could accomplish that?
I'm gonna
Looking at us,
I'm
looking
gonna-
at us now.
Yeah. Let me just say that I have some steaks ready, and I'm gonna enjoy using them.
Alright,
Of course.
Tony says, alright, I'm gonna be honest. We're, compared to other vampires, fucking pathetic. There's no possible way we could have gotten the prince out without his permission, pretty much. Otherwise, he could have just killed us all.
He's just gonna turn to Kyle. Look at them wriggling like small worms on big hooks, Kyle. Isn't it a sight to see? Kyle never says anything. He just nods and he like chuckles a bit, but he never says anything.
This conversation's going nowhere. I look towards Charlie. Hey Charlie, I don't know about you, but after this murder investigation, if we aren't killed, wanna grab some lunch together?
what happens when you grab lunch. If we do that, we're going to be heading back to your friend in Gary next.
No, I think with you, though, involved, I think that won't be the case.
We pick the target, sure.
Yeah, I'll let you pick the target. What we dine.
By the time you arrive at Sears Towers, as it's still called in the 1990s, I have a feeling that some of you will want to regurgitate all the food and wine that you drank over at that other place.
Yeah.
That cost blood or like using a rouse check because I'm about to go feral. I'm about to.
No, you just go to somewhere and just puke. You know.
Okay, then in that case,
In fact, it would require a rouse check if you avoided puking.
Okay, then perfect. Then I'll just head to a bathroom real quick and avoid crashing out.
Yeah.
Find a trash can on the way there.
I'm definitely going to the bathroom in Lodin's apartment. I am going to throw up in this guy's house.
Sheriff and Kyle will go with you wherever you want to use the facilities, just to make sure. Well, we're not gonna let you out of our sight, says Sheriff. Not gonna let you do a runner on us now, are we?
Before he does it, Charlie will take off his fine suit and hang it on the hook, so he doesn't get any puke on it when he hurls.
That makes sense. I guess we're getting all the way up to the 107th floor of Sears building yet. Sears Towers yet again, aren't we? Lovely view from up there. And you've seen the map of Loden's Haven already, but I suppose we can repeat it. It's slightly different now, of course, because it's 1991. And as such, there will be computers and stuff. Shocking. Let's see, we have ourselves one coterie. Where's the coterie? There it is. Yay! Gold-toothed Charlie, Kate.
The AI generated background is so trippy.
Yes.
Everything's wrong.
No, nothing is ever wrong. Everything is.
Let me zoom in on every horrible detail.
Not even the DS, just look at the pillows.
Never mind. You're in the Haven. And yeah, that's where you are. I can tell you. You're in the Haven. Woohoo!
Made it to the big leagues.
You made it to the... Exactly.
After all our hard work.
Yep.
If only this was for a pleasure trip and not for us being scapegoats.
Yep. But no.
Yeah. We wait for the sheriff to tell us what to do.
Apparently, you're gonna keep up this charade of investigating this here thing, so I'll just leave you to it, but nobody leaves until my say-so, or until you have some leads here that you can... Why are we doing this here? Pretend? What, are you guys the local theater or something? A toreador among you? Well... You do your thing until you feel like you're done, and then we go wherever you say we go, and if I approve of it, but I might not.
I'm sure loving your faith, Sheriff.
I ain't got no faith in you, son.
We'll be respectful of your master's abode.
Yeah, you better be.
Yeah, I don't want to end up dead because I sneezed on a fancy statue or something.
Yeah.
Take care.
Does it look like the entrance has been damaged in any way? Like the actual doorways?
Nope. The door where you are now, like from the lobby, has not been damaged in any way, shape, or form.
Huh.
Okay.
No point wasting time here if there's nothing.
I can describe it for you in a bit more detail if you want me to. It works.
I was just gonna say, Sheriff, who has access? Who has keys to this entrance?
Well, the friends and his ghouls, I reckon.
Where are they?
You know already what's gone on here, but I'll satisfy your curiosity. You'll find one of them diseased by the desk, and you'll find another in one of the sleeping quarters. The rest of them are, well, out and doing all sorts of errands on the bidding of the others.
Understood. Thanks.
Let me describe this particular entry chamber. Yeah, highly decorated furniture that is of the variety not intended to be actually used. Expensive original paintings line the walls here. Anyone know any academics or such?
Definitely.
You know,
Yeah, not
art
only
history
does
particularly.
Go-To Charlie have academics, he's specialized in art history.
Then you can just take half right away, Goldtooth Charlie. Some of these are actually of Renaissance masters. Goldtooth Charlie would have loved to, in his breathing days, get in here and ransack the place, because dang, that would have fetched you a pretty penny.
They're the real thing and not just copies.
Oh, as far as you can tell, they're the real thing, but
In that case, we'll move further in. It doesn't look like there's any damage to this room,
nope.
so we're looking over it.
I'm going to snap on my height sensors to pick up anything more subtle.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, activating Sense the Unseen, probably also. I'll do that.
If there are ghosts or Nosferatu around, you might see them.
Oh,
in fact.
Can it see magic?
What's in this room over
Possibly.
here?
It says dormant blood sorcery spells and rituals might also be found with this power.
Yeah,
but I don't know
that's
whether
fair,
that's.
Mind if I follow Dami?
Mhm.
GM?
Was that?
McKinnon?
Yeah. Oh, did I pause the thing? No.
No, it's not paused.
Oh, different dog.
Hmm?
Here's Bella, the bigger one. Oh my god, it's both of them. I have both of them now.
Woohoo! The dog invasion is here. You are in the rec room. There are computers here now. There's arcade games, pinball machines. Yeah, it's 1990, so you can definitely play like 1980s arcade games, like Space Invaders and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and all the other arcadey type of things.
That's fancy.
Yes, the latest
Final
arcade games.
Fight will be out now because that came out in '89.
There you go.
Street Fighter 2. Maybe.
Let's see now. We had. I was looking for a thing here.
God damn.
Let's see now. We have investigation, don't we? You wanted to investigate this room here, so we're gonna get more rooms checked, basically, as we're looking through things. But anyone with investigation skill will be very well placed. And I noticed that only Tony. No, not Tony. Nobody has any investigation skill. That's great. Yeah, okay.
Kate's got 4 in, so that helps.
It does, yes.
So I'm still rolling 4 dice minimum.
Yes. And let's see. With your auspex, that's hidden from the naked eye. Yeah, that's magic stuff.
It's magic stuff / vampire powers.
Yeah. Goldtooth Charlie has heightened senses and can certainly use that in combination with an investigation check. So if you're doing intelligence investigation, add a die for your auspex there, Goldtooth Charlie. Because you can see things like fingerprints without dusting for them and stuff like that. Like, you will see things in great detail. Pick up the finest little hair someone has left behind, things like that. Oh, there's a footprint here. Where? Don't you see the toe? That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Not great.
I would say you need another 2 successes for this one, yeah.
You want me to, could I also assist or make my own check?
Well, you make your own check, absolutely. Goldtooth might need to do a willpower thing here, otherwise the bestial failure will be there for you.
I guess I could try too, since it's not like it would hurt. Because I'm not using Blood Surge, even though it's 2 dice, I might as well try. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Look,
We tried.
you tried.
Prince is dead.
Prince is dead, game over. You can
We're
actually
getting
use a
fake
willpower
now.
to get a 3rd success there, Kate, if you want. And so can Goldtooth.
Oh yeah, I could try that, yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's a
do
50-50
still
chance for
have
you.
some willpower left.
Yeah. 50-50 chance.
No, damn
Not
it.
at all. Goldtooth?
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, I just lost where I am. How do I do the willpower reroll? Is it click on possible bestial failure?
Click on the box where you did the roll. Just right click there, and then you get the willpower reroll thing.
Did you heal us the aggravated... Oh wait, no, we haven't had a night yet to heal from the aggravated damage. That's still the same
That's
night.
correct. Alright, we have 2 successes for Goldtooth Charlie, which is... Did you add your... Let's see now. 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's great. Okay, compulsion for our friend. Do you want to roll one, or should I? We really need to have like a compulsion check mark on these character sheets so we can remember all the compulsions that you gather.
Usually I note
Someone
them
had
down somewhere.
Oh, you resolved them yesterday, that's true. So, Goldtooth Charlie, do you want to roll a compulsion, or should I?
You can do it.
Alright.
Yeah, I tend to write down compulsions in my notes.
A hunger compulsion makes a little bit of sense, I suppose, but we are not in a physical situation at all here, are we?
There's probably a fridge with blood in it.
Maybe. You are in... I don't know. You definitely want to get close to someone and feed from them, and there is nobody around here to feed from. Unless you're gonna try Kyle, lick your lips when you see Kyle. It's like, okay, the rest of you all. Yeah, pinball machines, arcade things, whatnot.
Yeah, Sylvester is already just messing around with the chessboard.
I don't think that was the no-touch chessboard. I think this is the no-touch chessboard.
Yeah, that's
Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
Not at all. No foreshadowing here. Impossible with foreshadowing. We don't know how foreshadowing is done in the game, or are doing.
Kate doesn't think there's anything worthwhile in this room, so she's going to move on to the next.
Computer screens, lots of them.
And she is
Security
never
room.
leaving this room again.
This is her home now. This is her new haven.
This is where she lives.
This is
She
where
will beat the sheriff to death if he tries to take her from this room.
Yeah, a security room with all sorts of things in it. For example, yeah, system clocks, cameras, all this stuff.
I suppose Sylvester would look at the security cameras and see if there's any cameras on this floor, in this part of the building.
No, the
Probably
closest
won't
camera is
come
going to be out by the... Why can't I ping that? There.
Hallway?
Yeah. But Kate really lives in this room. She knows everything about computers and can start checking stuff. Tony will come out into the office where there's another chessboard which has pieces moved. The chess game is clearly going on. And a dead body sitting in front of a computer on a desk. In fact, his head is on top of basically the keyboard. And there is a bullet wound in the side of his head. And he had a cigar in his hand that has burned a hole, burned a little bit of a mark into the nice mahogany desk. The vault door has been literally ripped open. There's debris on the floor.
First thing Tony does is he looks at the body and he says, "Rough night, huh?"
Apparently, yeah.
Would it be right for Charlie's feeding compulsion to just go and suck the blood out of the corpse?
You know what? Why not? It's cold blood. It's dead blood. It kind of sucks, but why not? I'll actually give you one hunger lessened, and the compulsion is gone. It's very gross, though. It's, oh, this is so stale, and you have to drink so much of it. And that was the grossest.
The first thing you do is contaminate the crime scene.
Yep.
Wait, is the sheriff following us?
Yeah, he's gonna be like following you a little bit. Hey there, have some respect for the dead, you asshole. He worked for the prince for decades, you understand? God damn neonates, no respect. Since you're messing with the body, you will have the chance to see that this man is in his mid-30s, something like that. He has the hair combed backwards and thinning hairline and a really nice big mustache on his upper lip.
It's Julian.
Oh, Julian. Oh, damn it.
You were hoping it was Rock.
Yeah, I was hoping it was Roar. God damn it, I really like Julian.
You should feel bad.
Anyway, I was, if the sheriff wasn't looking, going to try and take his wallet, but damn.
You can try anyway. Larceny is a larceny.
What?
Larceny is larceny. If you want to,
Yep.
you can try.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah,
obviously
I'm gonna try and
roll
do that.
his wits and awareness against your dexterity and larceny.
To realize what the glasses I'm wearing right now and the suit. I am just Matt Murdock currently, apparently.
Yes. Daredevil, yes.
Not intentional.
Is it just a security room? There's not actually any data on these computers?
No, there's
Or-
data. There's data, absolutely.
All right,
so
then roll
Kate
for
is working on
protecting
it
my friend.
right now. Oh my God! You're trying to larceny this thing.
Holy
Yep.
shit. Okay.
Look, it's not like he needs the money anyway, he's dead. I'll use the willpower. Damn it!
That's a bestial failure.
So
For
is the
you-
sheriff and Tony gonna rip each other apart?
So, yeah, he's. What the hell are you doing?
It's not like he needed it anyway, he's dead.
God damn, no respect for the dead around here. What the heck?
Recycling, Sheriff!
You fucking lowlives. He's just gonna
And
walk up to
Charlie's
you.
just sort of dabbing the blood off his mouth with a handkerchief.
Reprobates.
Yep. And he's just gonna grab you and drag you away from there, basically. And that's a strength and brawl check. And let's see now.
Could I try and actually dodge his attempt to grab me?
Absolutely.
Alright then. Is it brawl dexterity or athletics dexterity?
As you want. Whatever is better for you. This is going so well.
Wow. I'm gonna say athletics dex.
He hasn't even thrown in his potence yet. That's a rouse check. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm getting gripped. And also compulsion.
I'm gonna say like this. This is not gonna take you. You're not gonna take physical damage from this because he doesn't want to give you physical damage. This is more of a social thing. So we're gonna take 2 points of superficial willpower damage on Tony for being basically just dragged away from the corpse. And then the sheriff will come back around and do exactly the same to Goldtooth Charlie, who is stuck there with his. And Tony now has a hunger compulsion. Don't you?
It's okay, there's at least one more dead body.
I'll just write down hunger compulsion. So we're going from one hunger compulsion to another. This is going great, you guys.
I'm dying here.
Yeah,
Charlie just drank it all. Do you want to resist the sheriff here, Charlie, or are we...
No, Charles just letting him do it because he does realise how depraved that just looked.
Right? Mutilation of a dead corpse. Ugh. What was that, Sylvester?
Sylvester wanted to check if there's a log of the hallway cameras, like a saved video, essentially.
You can, or you can let Kate do the work, because Kate is amazing at this. Let's see now. We have security stuff, right?
Yeah, we've got 8 dice and 9 if this counts as hacking.
Yeah, it won't count as hacking because
So, 8
the
dice.
login's already fixed, so you can take half easily.
That's probably twice of what I have. Sylvester has points in technology, but not as much.
Yeah, no, you'd have to roll for it because it would be difficult. I guess you could take half too, actually, because it's not that hard. But Kate will beat you to the punch regardless, because she's just that fast. You just see her.
I guess this is Sylvester just be like, hey, you should check out the hallway camera, maybe. And just make Kate
We'll
do
split
it.
up the workload because there's a bunch of computers in here, and I can't use more than one at a time.
Yeah.
It's a collaborative effort.
Yes.
Well,
we're helping each other,
you will.
and we're ignoring whatever scuffle we're hearing in the next room.
Exactly. It's going to take you a little while, probably at least 15 minutes, a little bit more than that, to figure out everything
We've
here.
got forever.
But
We're immortal.
You have You have some time. While you guys are doing that, what is Tony and Charlie? Because you have basically just tried to desecrate the corpse during 10 minutes and be dragged off there. Now, do I have to? Do what you're supposed to do. You could at least pretend to do some investigation, right? Right now, Charlie and Tony are just absolutely confirming sheriff's every prejudice about you guys. That you're really just faking it and have absolutely no interest in finding out anything. I knew you were up no good from the moment I laid my eyes upon you. You filthy, no good for nothing anarchs, that's what you are. You're gonna take me to the prince right now. He's actually gonna try to intimidate you guys into doing your freaking job, if nothing else.
I hope you had willpower left.
One willpower.
Charlie has 3 willpower at the best of times and currently has half a willpower.
He gets to add some extra
This is gonna
dice
hurt.
to his intimidation check here, because...
He's got Daunt.
Yes!
Has he upgraded it in the last 50 years?
Maybe not, who knows?
Oh, you might get this. You got a chance.
Yeah. How are you
So-
resisting his intimidation here, my friends?
Could I use wit and persuasion?
Yes, you can. You're trying to talk him down and going, no, man, my bad, just so hungry, the hunger inside me. No, you're not feeding anything. What are you using as an excuse for stealing the guy's stuff? Like,
Recycling. It's called recycling. He didn't
sorry,
need it anyway.
man, didn't know it wasn't.
You
Back
know,
in the hood, it was fine. Like,
The
I'm just
smart
down
thing
the
to do
street.
would be to say it's evidence, but I don't know if Tony is gonna think of that.
Exactly.
You know what?
Like,
Let's see.
It would have been so easy to spin this of I'm trying to gather more information from the body.
You know what?
You just
I
went
think
straight
maybe-
for the wallet.
Maybe with those 2 successes, I do think of that.
Yes, you do think of that. It's evidence, man. What?
Oh,
Let
and
me
also,
do the
since
thing.
I have 6 dice, I can just take half and just... Since I'm on the defense, right?
You can, yes. No, the initiator wins. The aggressor wins. You need the extra success. Yeah.
Oy. Holy crap!
You have it.
You got it.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
The sheriff is actually the one taking a point of superficial willpower damage this time. Whatever you
must be
gotta
like
do,
deja
you
vu
do
for
it. And
him.
he kind of just stomp away and just stare very much at Charlie and out here to make sure that he has to police you guys, Kate and Sylvester, to make sure you're not sabotaging anything. Are you accessing any information you're not allowed to get here, you goddamn anarch son of a bitch?
What aren't we allowed to get?
Since he
I'm a-
doesn't know,
I'm-
this is...
I am from the private clan of Tremere.
I don't know, anything sensitive. God damn it. Yeah.
But
That
quick,
we,
keep looking.
But wouldn't
Well,
that
I-
go against our investigation if you can't gather anything sensitive, if that sensitive material might have...
Yeah,
you know,
just don't be up to
paradox
no
of-
bad.
par-
That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
Could I try and pull some information from him? In this case, it's, oh yes. So what's sensitive? The prince very well. Is there some areas that we should avoid, or any dealings he's had
Manipulation
recently that?
subterfuge. We love it. Yes. Do it.
Hey, quick question, by the way, Mikkel.
Yep.
Quick question. Alright, he's in the other room talking with these 2. And
Yeah.
also, I just said that this is evidence gathering.
Yes.
That would give me an opportunity to take this evidence, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You have the wallet now. 4 successes. He's gonna resist with his wits and insight, which unfortunately is terrible. At least his insight is. Wait, what? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Wits, there we go. Roll. That's 2 more willpower damage as he finds himself giving stuff up. He wants to hurt something.
That sounds about right for his character.
Very consistent through line.
Yep.
But yeah, because he may have information that he doesn't even know is important.
You damn well do not go into the prince's computer machine and the vault. That's strictly off limits.
That could be key to finding out his current location.
I'm gonna have my eyes on you.
Yeah, I am perfectly happy for you to watch me do this.
Yeah, he's...
She is well aware that he will not understand a single thing that she does on that computer.
Yeah, she could install 30 viruses on that thing and he would not know.
Nope.
Kate here clearly has a privacy clause for everything digital, right?
Of course. Everyone in the field has their own. It's like the except for computers.
The privacy policy.
While this is all going on, I'm gonna say that Tony and Charlie, who are like, oh, he's away from us now, so we can just do some actual work in peace. Looking over the dead man's body, he burns a large hole in some papers on the desk. Those papers concern bank accounts and stock investments, apparently, but you'll need to do a finance check to do that. You can see in the wallet, you can see the dead man's identity. His name was Julian Curry. And it's been dead for a while. It's starting to stink a little bit, which makes your drinking of that blood even worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
But both of you don't need investigation. You can use firearms, wits and firearms for this, to identify the bullet hole. Yeah, he was shot more or less point blank with a high caliber pistol. Yeah, there's a fair bit of brains left on the other side of, like...
How high caliber?
So,
How
was-
high caliber?
oh, yeah, I think you'd have to do a proper autopsy for that because hard to tell from just looking. But you'd
Are we
say,
talking like Desert Eagle though?
yeah, probably. Goldtooth Charlie with heightened senses could actually determine that when I think about it. So yeah, Desert Eagle style weapon. Could be Magnum as well.
Got it. We're looking at someone maybe with a 44 Desert Eagle, or no, 500 Magnum hasn't been invented yet. I don't
No,
think.
but 357 has.
Yep, 350. 357 Zach. Nope. Gage. Stay in the box. Stay in the box.
Yeah, executioner style, basically.
I will.
There was no shootout in here.
Financial. I'll look at the financial papers.
Oh, you do have some finance. Yeah, taking half. Yeah, he was doing stock market work, basically. Trying to maximize returns on the stock market.
Dunks.
Yes.
Dunks.
You're still paying attention to those two, right?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, those two are now getting some results from your running through the computer here with Sheriff absolutely no idea what you're doing with that, because it's just weird.
I moved one of the...
The security, you can determine one thing. The internal systems clocks on these cameras inside the Haven and in the outer hallway were turned off for about an hour during the time of the abduction, you guess, which is during the day.
Could you tell if it was turned off from this room or externally?
It seems to have been turned off from this room, yeah.
Okay.
Someone had access to this stuff here and was able to turn off from inside.
Nobody's looking, I make a move on this chessboard. And then I walk away from it.
You were not looking at the chessboard?
There's some definitely hidden symbolism on the chessboard.
Not anymore.
There is a chess game
Maybe
going
me
on.
randomly making a move to be a dick was also part of the symbolism. If this were a movie, perhaps that'd be like a scene that people would debate about.
Yeah, Sylvester is gonna look at the chessboard, have a vision, and the vision is just totally wrong just because of what Tony did.
Well, Sylvester is going to have a look at the chessboard, you say. Why don't we have a look at the chessboard?
He might,
He
considering
might.
he's done with the cameras. Pop in here and just like, okay. So, what's the ruckus?
Why don't we give you all the chessboard?
The lore was revealed.
Yes, the chessboard was revealed.
Oops. Yeah, and I just moved one of those pieces.
Which piece and where to?
That does change the meaning. Okay, so we're assuming the prince is playing in white?
Maybe.
In which case, depending on whose move it is, game may be over.
Yeah. And I guess you can also debate about that random piece and why it was moved there.
As long as you didn't move any of the 3 pawns or the castle at the bottom.
Oh, you mean the free black pawns?
Yeah. As long as you didn't move any of
the one I
those.
moved. That literally, I moved the pawn on the right of those free pawns. That's the one I chose.
Okay.
That...
So what does Sylvester make of this?
Well, what does he make of this? I am tempted to do the fucking premonition thing, but he's so hungry.
There's gotta be a fridge of blood.
Man, Tony
in
really
here.
fucked up everything by doing that one move, did he? Didn't
Should I just risk it?
Because
The worst case
something that-
scenario.
This is checkmate for white, isn't it? There's no way out of this.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait a minute.
Well, it's not that there's no way out. It depends on whose move it is. If it's black's move, then white is pretty much in checkmate. If it's white's move, they can do some things.
Okay, sure, I'll do premonition. It will be cinematically cool.
It would be, absolutely.
Let me roll a rouse check. Unless the storyteller gives me a premonition.
You know what?
Um,
You are using your Auspex discipline, aren't you?
I am currently.
Oh, yeah, you are, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, go ahead and do some rousing then.
Oh man, I fucked everything.
A success.
Okay, thank God I don't get hungrier.
You do not get hungrier. And as you are looking at the chessboard, you feel instead like you're being thrown against the window, through the window and down all the way to the street. It has nothing to do with the chessboard. It has everything to do with a vision of someone, a giant possibly, standing by the vault door and just ripping it open in the middle. Not in the middle of the day, but you don't know what time of day. But there's daylight there, and that hurts your eyes. And just the amount of power released here is such that it just hits you in the face and you just fall over.
Yeah, Sylvester just falls back on the floor, almost like clawing at his eyes. Fuck.
And even with your
He's gonna
unseen
run over to
presence,
stop you doing that.
even with your unseen presence, that's the level of the potence, but off the charts potence. The strength of this tasted like eons of strength.
So we're talking level 4 or 5.
At the very least.
Has Sylvester met an elder?
Only the ones you've met so far, so including like Modius and whatnot, yeah.
So not real elders then.
If Lucian is actually old enough to be from the Roman times, then yeah. Never know if he was truthful or not.
Yes.
Try to find out.
It doesn't necessarily match up with a generation and age, because if their sires had no self-control, you could still be like 1,000-plus-year-old caitiff.
Yep. But this was the exertion of power here. You've tasted the blood of your sire, Sylvester. This was way beyond that, just in terms of vitality.
Is Sylvester almost having a synesthesia moment in that he can taste the memory?
Yeah, absolutely. And whatever the power of the potence, the power of Cain's blood used here, your sire is a puny little popcorn in comparison.
Yeah, if this were a drink, it'd be going from water to hard liquor.
Oh no, just
Like
that. Going
moonshine.
from water to
Moonshine.
Everclear.
an 1815 Napoleon cognac.
Oof, yeah. You be chugging down that Everclear.
Pretty much.
That would be a weird, if that was a full synesthesia experience. It's ripped open vault door.
I think Sylvester's beast will go. Oh yes. Oh, we have Valley Girl here. Oh, Sylvester, this is just The best ever? I want some of that, please. Please give me some of that. Huh? Right now. I want it. You can't beat this. This is the best thing. Yeah. Please. Right now. I want some more. Please. Give me. Why aren't you giving me some of that?
Mikkel, you're giving me the impression that Sylvester's beast is a power bottom.
I want some.
So, what Charlie is going to do is look for any books and documents, since he can speed read. That's probably the most efficient use of his time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, rush job. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I can't.
Well, there's a lot of economic stuff around here if you want to go through his files. Kate, you're done by the security console. There's not much more to be gained from there, so where do you want to go next?
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to move from there, help Sylvester up, hopefully stop him from clawing out his eyes.
Yeah, he's not literally clawing out his eyes, but he's just...
Since you...
Yeah, he's trying to remove his eyeballs with a little restraint.
Since you also have Sense the Unseen and it's on, you will feel similarly that wave of power. It's not going to be quite as visceral because you didn't use the premonitions thing at the same time, but it's going to be like...
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
In that case...
What happened here?
Basically,
Yeah,
you've been
that's-
hit with the equivalent of driving next to a crack house and smelling the fumes.
Oh, yeah.
Is that feeling like a equivalent presence to Premier?
You've tasted the blood of 4th generation K-Knights. 4th generation
Yeah.
kindred. You know what? You really wish you had the taste of blood right now. But yeah, why not? That might not be the wrong ballpark.
Okay.
4th generation, goddamn.
So that's really dangerous.
Not at all.
Okay, she's gonna keep that to herself for the time being, at least until she's not in earshot of the sheriff.
Fair enough.
And she's going to try and politely, with dignity, move the because you said there's a bunch of finance stuff on the desk.
Yep.
She's pretty good at that, but other people have looked over. So she's going to try and move to the ripped open vault door and just make a run for the computer in the prince's area.
Sheriff is like just kind of laughing a bit at Sylvester. Yeah, you're kind. You're the Mount
I'll
Cave,
just say,
ain't ya? Your kind has always been a bit kooky, haven't you? Kate, why
Sheriff,
are you gonna stealth
Sheriff,
me?
no, I'm just going to say, Sheriff, I need to do some investigating in here, if you'd be so kind as to supervise.
Right. Yeah, he's gonna come in there and supervise. Okay, let's see what we have in this room, shall we? There's a bunch
Tony
of stuff.
loitering.
What was that?
Tony loitering.
Well, let's see, while I'm distracting the sheriff, you guys can actually get some in-depth stuff from the other rooms.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. Never mind then. Tony is no longer loitering. I'm leaving. Bye.
You're gonna flee?
Also, Charlie, you will hear someone crying from in here because you have heightened senses. So I'll just put that out there. But let me also tell you what in Lodin's vault. There is a computer there. It's not booted up. It's turned off at the moment. It's a very nice machine. It has, yeah, it's a state-of-the-art thing, basically. You'll see when you turn it on. There is...
This year's model.
Oh, absolutely. There is a journal lying next to the bed. There is a pendant hanging on one of the four-poster bed corners. And, of course, there's also a whole bunch of paper. Folders, other papers, on Loden's desk. Lots of paperwork there.
It's good at paperwork.
Yep. And you have sensed the unseen, so why don't we do wits and awareness? I will require 4 successes this time.
Let's see whether I can even hit that. Wits. Where's awareness? I could theoretically do that.
You could theoretically do that.
Wits. I'm at 3 hunger? Is that right? Or am I at 4 hunger?
You are.
I
at
don't know
3.
what the. Does the
3.
first
3.
box count?
The X does not count, so you're at 3 hunger.
Okay. I will try to blood search this as well. Difficulty?
3. No, I said 4. 4. Yeah.
4.
Two successes. Willpower will come into play.
Ugh. Willpower reroll.
Yep.
Nothing. Okay.
Ah,
Bestial failure.
Perfect
Yep.
job.
Compulsion. Everybody's tired and compulsed.
I will also be looking around this room to see if there's like a mini bar.
Nope. There is a set of manacles in the wall, though.
Pinky.
Unhelpful. I can't drink manacles.
This is true. Should I roll your compulsion, or will you?
How do I roll that?
There is a journal in the middle on the right tab, and if you take one step to the right of the journal, like the open book is the journal, there's rollable tables, and there you'll find compulsions. Click the word, and then click the roll button on the bottom right. Hunger compulsion.
Makes sense. I am
You want to
hungry.
eat something. Stat. Yeah. Alright, Kate has that situation in there where you're drawing on Kane's blood and nothing comes to you except hunger. You're going to have -2 on all the dice until you've actually drunk something. We'll put down a hunger
Guessing there's
compulsion
nothing
for
left
you.
in the corpse.
There is nothing left on the corpse. It's terrible blood anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I want to ask Charlie, you heard someone crying. Did we want to act on this at all? Because all of this is happening at the same time, basically.
Yeah, I will follow the crying.
I guess I'll go with gold too, Charlie, since he looks like he heard something or seen something.
Yeah, behind a door you will find a woman who is blonde and sitting on the bed and just absolutely crying her eyes out and has short cropped hair. And you don't know if she's human or vampire yet, do you? Wits and awareness. When you get close enough, you're going to notice that she is in fact human because... and Tony will as well. How could I let this happen? How could I let this happen? I was supposed to stop this.
Lady, what are you talking about?
How could I let this happen? I was supposed to stop this.
Charlie will say, I'm Charlie, this is Tony. And you tried to frame us for what happened to you, so we're eager to find out what actually happened to you and clear our names.
I don't know what happened.
So
Nothing
any information
happened.
you could provide will be very helpful.
Nothing. Don't you understand? Nothing happened. Nothing. The whole day was so normal. Everything was fine. And then suddenly everything was wrong.
Huh. Mikkel, could I perhaps use charisma? What's the word? Charisma, maybe persuasion to help her calm down?
You can try, certainly.
All right. God damn.
Wow.
Um,
Every die is success. That
Holy
is-
shit.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yahtzee?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yahtzee, yeah.
You needed another
I'm
10, then you would have gotten like
right
10
now.
successes or something. But yeah, she will relax. Tony is apparently really good with people.
I'm a Rizzler. Thank you
Right.
very much.
You need to develop your presence, Mr. Bruja, definitely.
Yeah, holy shit.
But she's relaxing as you're talking to her. It was so weird. I know something has happened. I know someone must have done something to me, but the day was completely uneventful. I was in the security room. Nothing bad. Everything was normal.
Did you hear a gunshot or?
No, nothing.
I'm gonna be honest, Charlie. Doesn't this sound like that one tower where it makes you forget what Sylvester has?
Let's see.
What was the breach point? Where did you realize something had happened?
When the night fell, and I looked over, and there was the vault door. Just one moment it was fine, and the other was open, and there was nothing inside, and everything was wrong. And Julian is
Trust
dead
the
because of
sheriff
me.
Kyle. Charlie will say, you trust the sheriff and Kyle.
She's whispering, fuck no, he's an asshole.
Sure, he is an asshole.
He's also an idiot.
Yeah, that sounds about right too.
What, he's here?
Yeah,
Fuck
over
me.
there.
Fuck me, why didn't they send
Yeah,
someone
Loden.
competent? Oh, they're keeping this on the lowdown, aren't they?
Yeah, and honestly, I think they're using us as an excuse to not investigate this further. Blame it on us, kill us, and be done with it.
She's just gonna look at both of you and go, and we're all fucked. And with that, we're gonna pause this investigation in the Prince's Haven, and we will visit this story in about a week from now, when we'll find out maybe if there are more clues to be found. We have Kate in the Prince's own chambers. She's about to do things to the computer with very gentle hands.
She's going to try to drink the computer dry because she is hungry.
Yes,
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
And probably
And
sift through the
but
papers.
before that, she's gonna click on a keyboard a few times and go, I'm in.
Exactly.
She brought her own keyboard for that. You've got to bring your own.
Fucking. So she like pulls it out of a bag and just
Yeah.
goes.
If you have watched the stream, thank you. Follow the channel. If you have watched the YouTube, thank you. Subscribe to the channel, and I will...
If you didn't like it, I will find you and I will suck you.
That was weird. You had to make it weird. See you in a week.
Cheers.